Solving two-step inequality notes. Solving two-step inequalities is very similar to solving two-step equations. Notice on this one, I'll need to subtract 4 and divide by 2. On this one, I'll need to add 6, divide by -4. The one thing we need to be concerned about when solving two-step inequalities is whether or not we will have to change the symbol of the inequality while we're solving. In our first example, I think you can see we will not have to change the sign because in the end, I will have to divide by +2. Dividing by a positive number does not change the inequality. But looking at the second example, you'll notice my second step will have to be dividing both sides by -4. Dividing both sides by -4 will require me to change the symbol of the inequality. So you can anticipate just by looking at the problem whether or not you will have to change the direction of the inequality sign. So for number 1, my first step would be to subtract 4 from both sides, leaving me with 2x is greater than or equal to 14. Then I'm going to divide both sides by +2. Dividing by a positive number allows me to keep the sign the same direction. 14 divided by 2 is 7. In our second example, the first step would be to add 6 to both sides of the inequality, leaving me with -4x is less than or equal to 20. Now I divide both sides by -4. And here's where I have to remember, when I divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, the direction of the inequality changes. So my answer would be x is greater than or equal to -5. I had to change the direction of the inequality because I divided both sides of the inequality by -4. Looking at our next two examples, which one will I have to change the direction of the inequality while I'm solving? Hopefully it's easy for you to pick out. The second equation, I will have to change this direction of the inequality because at the end I will need to multiply by -5 to complete the solve. This problem will not require me to change the sign because at the end I will multiply by +3. Let's solve these two. First step on this one, subtract 5 from both sides, leaving me with x divided by 3 is greater than or equal to 15. Now I would multiply both sides by 3, giving me the answer of x is greater than or equal to 45. Since I multiplied both sides by +3, I do not need to change the direction of the inequality. For my second example, my first step to solve this would be to add 9 to both sides. I still have x divided by -5 on this side. I still have 13 on this side. Now to finish solving this, I would have to multiply both sides by -5, leaving me with x is less than or equal to -65. Because I multiplied both sides of the inequality by -5, I needed to change the direction of the inequality. So when solving two-step inequalities, just be careful. If your last step is to multiply or divide by a negative number on both sides of the inequality, you must change the direction of the sign.